Yeah, I just wanted to make a video real quick, share this thought before I work on my vehicle. Basically, um, so Abraham Hicks puts it really well, kind of interesting way to look at life when she says that you're either under the influence of source or something else. You know, in life we all are, and by under the influence of source, meaning that there is a higher power. We each have our own source energy, right? That's why we're never alone. You know. Well, when you connect with your source energy and you acknowledge it, then you become under the influence of it, and that's the purpose of life. Basically, I believe that we're supposed to first find our source energy and become one with source, and then the source within your source and everyone else's source is the power to move mountains. Literally, the limitless power for anything is available to us, and that is through your source. And we all have one, and that is the meaning. That's the meaning of life. That's what we have the gift, the ability to do in life. So, when you understand this, when you, especially if you don't partake in anything that puts you under the influence of anything other than source, and you seem to struggle, or you seem to see life as a struggle, that's merely because you're thinking wrong. You're thinking backwards. You're letting your external, right, your external environment control how you feel, which is backwards. And so there's ways to reverse that momentum, and that's just basically acknowledging that you have a source energy, acknowledging that you have a source that is forever watching you, forever there for you, helping you along the way, trying to guide you and show you signs to get you on track, or to just kind of get you going where you're headed to be, because the source energy has a higher viewpoint, right? It has a higher perspective, so it can see further, if you will. So it knows exactly where you are in comparison to where you're supposed to be and where you're headed. And so when you acknowledge that you have source power and you acknowledge source energy, that's the beginning of it. And so when she says you're either under the influence of source energy or you're not, you're under the influence of something else, that's what we want to do. We want to be under the influence of source energy. That's why television programming is so successful, because it occupies your thoughts, and it's a sure way to keep you from connecting. It's a distraction. So I definitely, just what I would say, acknowledge that we all need to just acknowledge that we have a source, right? And when we do that, your source, you're gonna feel it feels right. You'll your life will change. Like, that's once you acknowledge source and you become connected with source, then that's when your life begins. That's when the fun happens. That's you know People know this. Like, successful people understand this, and we all deserve to know this. But you just have to take a chance. If life sucks for you and you don't see life getting better, you need to change something. It's not anything physical you can do, really, that's going to bring you happiness and change your life. What you have to do to make your life better is in here. It's the way we think. It's the way we see things. It's not letting the external determine the internal, right? It's understanding that every situation has an equal and opposite side, and we have the ability and the gift to choose how we see every situation, and every situation offers the ability to gain positive energy, to raise your vibrations, to change your frequency, all these opportunities, but they're typically seen in a bad light. People look for the bad in things, and it's time to stop doing that. It's really time to stop doing that and start, getting more connected with source energy, because source energy, once you do, it's not an effort after that. You start to become who you're meant to be, and it feels good, and it feels exciting, and there's no dreading, there's no anxiety, there's no stress. Everything you look at every day is a new opportunity for something great to happen, and for you to do good things. And Once you get in that happy mode and things just start flowing, the momentum reverses, from how it's been for however old you are. It gradually starts to reverse and things start to get better and life's, when you make this change, it doesn't stop. It doesn't, you can't do it wrong. There is no, it's our natural being. We're the highest level of consciousness, and we have all these gifts in within us, already within us. And it's not supposed to be a challenge to know your gift. It's not supposed to be a challenge to be successful. It's not supposed to be a challenge to be happy. Everything that we could ever imagine and dream is already within us. It's already within our head. If we could think it, if we could hold it in our head, we can hold it in our hand. So just I encourage everyone just to, acknowledge your source and just, have faith. You have to trust this process, and you have to understand that a lot of us, many of us, have been made to believe that we have to physically work our whole life, and stack up enough money to make it after we retire or whatever, We're made to believe that our value is based off our physical performance. And a lot of us are in life physically trying to pound out a happy life with the physical self instead of connecting with the source, which will give you the ideas, which will show you the way to the path of least resistance to what's going to bring you happiness and where you can make a difference in life. And the money, everything else comes with it. All your whole everything you can imagine comes along with being in tune with source energy and understanding that source energy is there for us. And the purpose of source energy is to live a happy life and to, live within your wildest dreams. That is the reason, like that's the gift of life. Get your gift. We all have a gift in life. And the thing about it also is the more people that start doing this, the more people, you didn't hear this by accident. This is not, just a coincidence. These thoughts are coming through me to people, whoever watches, for a reason. So understand that, because nothing is by accident. So yeah, please, I don't know how to say it enough, but there's more to life, and life is very simple and meant to be happy.